Jason from MisprintedMTG.com here, and welcome to the second episode of Misprinted Mailbrag, where I open up misprints on camera, talk about them, be educational, all that stuff. So how about that intro, right? And that's sweet. Looking a little more professional now. But, enough about me and enough about this channel and the video and stuff. Let's open up some USPS boosters, see some misprints, and talk about them. So today are misprints from all around the world. This one, I forget where this one's from, but let's see what we got here. So, got to call the bloodline. And yeah, there we go. I see what's wrong with this. So this is really neat. This is a misprint that can happen to foils or non-foils. And this particular card here, try to get it on camera. Not showing up, but I'll get a better picture of it for you. It's actually got something embedded in between the layers of foil and the card. So I've got this little, you can see it right there. Got this little bubble popping out of it, and there's some sort of piece of debris that got sandwiched in between the pieces of the card. So these are pretty cool. They're not super rare, but they're not common either. They don't carry too much of a premium. Some people pay for them. You could expect like about $5 to $15, maybe $20 if it's on a sweet card. So that's that. Next card. This package here is from Poland. Should be fun. What do we got? Alright, so last week we had the Fling with the Toolcraft exemplar on it. This week we've got the Tormenting Voice with the Drakehaven. We'll see if I can get it to show up on camera, but as mentioned from last week, or last time, or whatever we call previous episodes, these are from the standard Showdown packs, and it's a foil card with the foiling of a different card on them. So it's really difficult to see, but you could sort of get some subtle outlines there. There's like a little dragon wing or something right there. But this is the foiling for Drakehaven on Tormenting Voice, and it actually's got a nice little bit of synergy as far as the card interactions go, so it's a double sweet misprint. We got something from Canada. Let's see what it is. Boom. Hey, where's the rest of my card? Well, I'll tell you where it is. It's not here. This is a misprint that happens when part of a sheet gets folded over on top of a card and it gets printed on top of. And then when it's cut, the little extra part of the sheet, well, it goes away with part of our card. The really neat thing about this one is you'll notice it has the holofoil stamp on it. So this is really cool because it gives us a little bit of insight into the process of how these things are made. So printing happens first, then cutting. But before that, after the printing, comes a little holofoil stamp. So sheet got folded over, card got printed on top of, sheet got cut, card got stamped, made it into a pack, then I buy it. So it's really neat. There's a couple other examples I have of this in my collection. Feel free to check them out on MisprintedMTG.com. Really cool card. Love it when part of the process is visible through what's left on the card. Skip this one right now. We're saving this for last. And go into this monster. So this is from Italy. I guess they like really large envelopes in Italy. So let's go ahead and open the sucker. Of course, hate it when that happens. Get into here. The lovely envelope within an envelope. And our card has been securely stapled between a piece of paper. So what have we got here? More cards. Piece of tape. Remember that little trick I told you about making the flap? Love it. Makes life so easy. And most of these cards are probably just protective cards. There we go. This is the beauty that we want right here. So these are cards that were just tossed in for protection. We can toss those, just basic lands. No one cares. But look at this beautiful card. So it's actually worth noting that these two are slightly related to one another. You can actually kind of see it in the angle. Very similar. And not perfect, but this happens because a sheet got folded over and the card got cut. This particular one's from the edge of the sheet, so that's why we have this piece of white strip on the edge, on the front and the back. And this is a pretty awesome, really, really rare type of miscut. So it's really sweet. I have a whole bunch of friends for it in my collection, and I love this stuff. This is so freaking cool. I love a lot of the really weird stuff, and that fits it. Now, talking about weird, let's take a look at this thing. Alright, got this tape to the inside of the package, which is a good way of making sure the cards don't slip around, and if the package gets opened, the cards will stay with it. So, highly recommend doing that when you ship out cards. And what's the big reveal on this one, if we can get into it? Well, you can see here we've got part of a card, but that's not as exciting as that, right? Or is it? Let's get in here. Figure out which side is the top and get this beauty out of here. So this I am really, really excited to have to the collection. These were originally thought to be fillers. You can see here this side is completely solidly green. So this was thought to be a filler. Turns out it's not. What it is it's part of a scrap sheet. And scrap sheets are used in the factory for testing purposes. And it's believed that this particular sheet here that was printed solid green with normal magic backs was printed to test the sharpness of the cutting blades, to kind of make sure that there were no defects or the blades were sharp enough and they're getting the quality of cuts that you want. You actually see a little bit here on the edge, it's kind of jacked up a bit. So, you know, maybe they had some recalibration to do after this, but this is part of the production process, was never, ever, ever intended to get into the hands of the public, but now is part of my collection. And that will wrap it up for this episode of Misprint and Mailbrag. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, shoot me an email, go check out my website, www.misprintedmtg.com. Thanks for stopping by, and take it easy.